Hi, Jay. I was going to write this to you, but you know what? Doing one finger at a time writing on a phone is such a pain in the butt. And I don't want to be a pain. I don't want to do that. So, and my computer, whether or not I can get to work downstairs with a signal or not, I don't know. Anyway, I, I'm, I want to talk with you about something and just something that concerns me a lot and something that I think you need to take much more closer consideration than you probably have. And I'm not here to preach to you or anything like that, but I'm going to tell you my story. Okay? In 1981, I contracted chronic bronchitis. And I would get bouts of chronic bronchitis at least once a month. It was painful. I coughed up chunks of green stuff. Chunks that big of green stuff off. And I was finally told by my doctor, if I don't quit smoking, this could become something even worse than this. And finally, in January of 1982, I did quit smoking. And it was very hard. I would say it's probably probably the hardest thing I've ever done physically to myself. I had to quit smoking. I went cold turkey. I didn't have any kind of patches or gum or anything like that. No pills, nothing like that. I just went cold turkey. I remember I bought a big box of gum, and I chewed it all up in about 2 hours time. I remember sitting around and feeling the couch go round in circles. I was really hooked, but I was also smoking 3 packs a day. Okay? But I'm convinced that I'm 67 years old because I quit smoking in 1982. And this is where I come to you, and you know where this is going, and I'm not trying to preach to you, but Jay, the diet thing you have to go through, I understand it's very hard to do. Eating is like a necessity in your life. You have to eat to live. Plus, there's some questions as to whether or not the diet, it really affects the heart disease and that, or whether it's something else, okay? But I will tell you something, Jay. Smoking does. Smoking affects your heart. It affects your blood pressure. It affects a lot of things in your life. And even if you don't die of cancer, you could die of emphysema. Johnny Carson died of emphysema, as you know. My grandfather died of lung cancer. He smoked pretty heavily most of his life, and he died of lung cancer. And I've known other people. I had a co-worker when I worked in Lincoln, Nebraska. He was flying home. He was a smoker. He was flying home, checked into a hotel room, and they didn't find him until 2 days later dead. Okay? So I know for a fact, I know from horrible experience that smoking will kill you. And Jay, of everything you're doing right now, whether or not you're sticking with your diet, which I don't think you are, doesn't matter to me much. But that smoking thing does, because I know what that does to people. And I want you to really consider going to smoking cessation. I think there's some Smoker Anonymous groups you can belong to. There's support groups you can belong to. Or you just do what I did. Go cold turkey. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to pretend it's going to be easy. It took me 3 years before I was finally able to not be tempted by cigarettes behind the counter of the grocery store anymore. Back in the days when they had it behind the counter behind the grocery store. And I'm really concerned about you, Jay, because this can literally kill you. You could literally die in a minute's notice without any notice whatsoever if you keep smoking. You got to quit, Jay. I'm not going to intervene with you. I'm never going to tell Kathy I said this to you. And I hope you never say to Kathy I said this to you. But you have to quit smoking, Jay. It is absolutely imperative you quit smoking. And I know I can't make you. I know I can't force you. I know I can't break your arms. I know I can't put you in a cage or anything like that to make you quit smoking. But please do it. Consider it very, very, very carefully, Jay. Not as something that, I should do it. More like, I got to do it. More like, because that's what I had to do. I finally had to say to myself, I have to quit smoking. It's the only thing, it's going to kill me otherwise, because it was going to literally kill me. And it's going to kill you too, Jay. And I don't want to see you die that way. I don't want Kathy to go to another funeral of a friend. Okay? I don't want to see that anytime soon. Anyway, please consider it very, very carefully, Jay. Don't say I'm going to consider it. Really consider it. Sit down and read the literature. Sit down and find smoking cessation groups. Sit down and find ways that you can get your doctor to help you quit smoking if you need that. But really, really consider it. Very, very seriously. All right, Jay. I will not talk to you about this again. That is not a pinky swear, however. I may do it anyway, but I'm not going to bring it up very often to you. But I am bringing it up now because I'm very, very worried about you. Thanks.